Hi guys, in today's video we're going to be opening an epic box set. And this really is an epic box set, guys. But first of all, I want to say a huge thank you to the guys over at Goblin Gaming who have arranged with Games Workshop to send me this box set out early, specifically to show you guys the contents and to get some tutorials up ready for when you pick the box sets up on this coming Saturday. So huge thank you to Goblin Gaming. In the description box below there's a special link. Now every time you purchase anything from that link, it helps this YouTube channel greatly, guys, so please use that link in the description box below. Okay, now with that all being said, guys, let's crack this bad boy open. As we take a look around the box, we can see some beautiful digital artwork that's been painted on the front of a Stormcast Eternal. And then as we turn around this beast of a box, we can see some beautiful painted miniatures. Now, when I say it's a brute and it's a beast of a box, it really is. It weighs about 4 or 5 kilos, and I'm sure a great chunk of that weight comes from the rule book that is within. So, some beautiful painted minis, as you can see, from the Stormcast Eternals and from the Nighthorn miniatures, and then you can see an epic battlefield. So beautiful box art. Okay, so without further ado, let's open up this beautiful box set. And wow, I'm opening this for the very first time as you're seeing it, and I've just seen some beautiful artwork on this insert that literally encloses the box, and it's just beautiful, really is. I take it that's all the miniatures in that box there. I'll just put that out the way for the moment. Here we've got the rule book, and this weighs a couple of kilos easily, guys. Then we've got a battle, what's that? Glimsforge, Battle of Glimsforge, and we've got some tokens and cards in there, I believe. And underneath we've got a sample chapter of Soul Wars, which is, I believe, will be the novel. You've got a range ruler, some really nice clear dice, perfect for the 9 taunt miniatures that are included, I believe. We've got some decals for the, what are they for, the decals? Stormcast Eternals. And then we've got some large bases for the hero models. Okay, let's have a look at the rule book first of all. Okay, and let's have a look at the rule book, shall we? Now, the rule book is, in a word, stunning, with lavish artwork. I just had a quick flick through of the book just before I started this video. Just look at that. If that doesn't make you want to build and paint your minis, guys, nothing will. Beautiful artwork. And we can see we've got the table of contents here, and without going over everything in this whole book, it will contain a host of different things, from getting into the hobby, the fluff around the Age of Sigmar, collecting Citadel miniatures here, and you can see some of the beautiful Nighthorn miniatures there. And then we've got building and painting, and it's telling us about Warhammer TV, which I think is a wonderful portal for any hobbyist to watch on YouTube. The Warhammer team led by Duncan there and his legendary 2 coats. So, just, yeah, this book is just so lavishly put together. Look at that. Just epic. I'm just loving the look of this book. I'm just going to skip a few pages now, and we'll start doing that. So you've got the Quest Immortal there. I need to stop saying it because all you're going to hear for 10 or 15 minutes is beautiful artwork, but just look. They've really lavished time and effort on this book. So there's some fluff, and then the different factions. Sylvaneth, Seraphon, Khorne, and then we've got some miniature showcase going towards the back of some of the beautiful miniatures. And there's the Great Unclean One himself. Beautiful, beautiful miniature. But I think that's pretty much it for showing you the rule book. I don't want to spoil the whole rule book for people that want to go through it page by page when they actually get this book. But needless to say, this book is wonderful. It really is, guys. And for £76 for the amount of minis you get, and you're getting this beautiful core book as well in with the box set, I think it's phenomenal value. Okay, let's come back in a moment and we're going to have a look at the miniatures themselves. Before we actually look at the miniatures, it would be an idea to actually show you the booklets that also accompany the big book. And the first booklet that we're showing you here concerns the actual assembly of the miniatures. And as with all of brand new GW assembly instruction booklets, they are so simple and straightforward to follow, guys. They literally are CAD'd or computer aided designed slices of the miniatures, showing you exactly how they clip together and what part goes where. So even for the beginner, these miniatures should be really straightforward to put together and follow. There's no point in showing me every page on that booklet, but that's just the instruction booklet. On the back of the book, it's also showing us a handy painting guide for the Nighthaunt and the Stormcasts. And then we've got the Battle of Glimsforge. I believe I've pronounced that correctly, but you know, with these Games Workshop their names, they do try to test us, guys. So this is going over the battle which concerns this box set, I believe, not having chance to have read the fluff, but then it's going over all of each of the miniatures that are in the box set and telling us a bit of fluff by all of the miniatures that are in the box set, which I think's wonderful, and it just creates a sense of narrative around the miniatures. And when you're playing them on the tabletop, when you've got a backstory for your miniatures, you really feel involved in the game. And here we can see some stunning pictures of painted GW models there. My personal favourite are the Nighthaunt. Just the level of detail that GW have crammed into these minis, and the dynamic poses to make them look like they're actually physically flying off the bases. Just epic, guys. Tremendous job by the GW team there. So that's that book. Then we've got the core rules, and I believe the core rules are fairly straightforward to follow with Age of Sigmar. And it's going over the battlegrounds and attacking, using wizards, and so on and so forth, and terrain. And then the first book here that I've got, or the last book I should say, is a Start Here book. So this book would be if you're just beginning with Age of Sigmar, and it's telling you how to go about collecting your armies and playing the game. So we've got the Stormcast Eternals there, and then we've got the Legions of Death, and start playing. Okay, so we've got that out of the way, guys. So now let's have a look at the meat of the box set, the miniatures. Right, so here we have a bag of bases, and then we have some absolutely beautiful miniatures. Now, I'm not going to show you every single sprue because there's been a lot of unboxings already that are showing you all of the sprues. This is just a quick overview of my thoughts of the box set and what I think of it. And to be honest, I think it's not only phenomenal value for money, but it's chock full of stunning miniatures. These aren't second-rate miniatures that you'd find in a normal starter pack, and then you have to buy the quality miniatures later down the line. These are the quality miniatures in the box set. They look fantastic, they really do. And here we can see some of those Nighthaunt minis on the sprue there, looking quite ghastly and spooky. So what do I want to do from here on out, guys? I want to do some tutorials on the Nighthaunt and the Stormcast Eternals. So I'm hoping that I can get cracking on a tutorial later on today, and if I keep my fingers crossed, I might even be able to get the tutorial for later on this evening, but if not, it'll be ready for Wednesday, and we'll be using 2 of the new Games Workshop washes. And as we can see here, we've got Nighthaunt Gloom and we've got Hexwraith Flame. So we're going to be using those 2 with a Nighthaunt in particular. Maybe doing like a glowing blade effect with a Stormcast with this, possibly. I don't know, I'm not decided yet. But either way, we're going to get some nice juicy tutorials up out of this box set, guys. And please, if you've ever thought about leaving a comment on a video, guys, now's the time. Let me know what you think of this truly epic box set in the age of Sigmar 2.0 box set. Again, once again, I want to thank my YouTube channel sponsors, Goblin Gaming. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be doing this unboxing now and showing you this really lovely box set. So don't forget to check the description box down below for that. And thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.